Hi there, my darling Capricorns. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to your reading for the week of August the 18th, 2025. So, my darling Capricorns, we're just going to jump right in and start off with an overarching energy using the Moonology manifestation cards. Then we'll move on to my 3-card spread using my Michelle Knight tarot cards, and then we'll finish off with angel answer cards. All right, my darling Capricorns. What messages does Capricorn need to know for this week of the 18th? Now, we are coming out of Mercury retro shadow this week, so the readings that I've done so far have been positive, moving forward, things like that. So let us see what's coming in for you. Woo! Go wild, my darling Capricorns. Full moon in Leo. Love it. Now we're still going to be in Leo season for a few days at the start of this week up until the 22nd. And then Virgo season comes in. So, yeah, go wild, my darling Capricorn. So I feel, you're being encouraged here that, to have a bit of fun, to let your hair down a little bit, my darling Capricorns, to maybe be so serious, my darling Capricorns, if you are so inclined. Just let your hair down and go wild, enjoy. We have had, like I said, Mercury retrograde, so it may have been a busy time. You may have been going over a lot of things. You may have been feeling that, that you're just busy, 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 busy. You're being encouraged this week, my darling Capricorns, to go wild and just maybe let your hair down a squidge, I would think. All right, let us consult the tarot and see what messages we've got coming in for you, my darling Capricorns. What does Capricorn need to know for this week? Moon. Well, there we go. Full moon in Leo, the moon. 2 of Pentacles. And the Lovers. Ooh. All right. So maybe you need to go wild with a relationship, my darling Capricorns. I shall leave that to your imagination. All right, so what I'm going to do is give you the meaning of each of the cards, and then I'm going to intuitively put the reading together. So you start off here with the moon card. So this is Pisces energy as well. So if you have Pisces in your charts, you've got Pisces here and Gemini as well. So, see if you've got Pisces, like I said, if you've got Pisces in your chart, you should maybe go and watch Pisces on Gemini, Gemini reading as well, just to get a clearer picture. Or these may relate to people in your life. So take it how it resonates. But the moon is all about what is hidden in the shadows, my darling Capricorns. The moon, when it's the moon illuminates, but it illuminates also what is in the shadows, my darling Capricorns. And when you have a full moon and it illuminates the skies, it does cast shadows. So I feel for you, that maybe there has been some things that have been hidden from you. They either have been or they are being hidden. But I feel this week that, with Mercury coming out of retrograde, that these will be revealed to you this week, my darling Capricorns. I don't feel that this will be still in the shadows. So, and look, the moon is a temporary energy as well. The moon comes up, the moon goes down, the sun comes up. So it is not a card that is, that hangs around. It is part of the fool's journey, the moon. The fool has to go through this path down the middle of the moon to the mountains. So, the I don't think it's on this one. There's 2 different moon cards in this deck, but traditional tarot, there's a dog and a wolf and a crayfish or a lobster, whichever you want to call it. And the dog and the wolf represent, the wild and the tame, and the crayfish represents, the the sea and on the earth, or the sea and the earth type of arrangement, sea and the land type of energy. So, I just feel for you that what was once in the shadows will be revealed to you this week, my darling. May not be revealed, but it will no longer be in the shadow, my darling Capricorns. And then you have the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles is a card of, work hard, play hard here. You can see the two pentacles above their head, and it's forming this giant infinity symbol here. And the infinity symbols in the tarot represent infinite possibilities, my darling Capricorn. So I feel for you, you're being encouraged to balance some kind of energies here. And although you've got that go wild card, so I'm assuming that maybe you've been working too hard, so now it's time to go wild and play, my darling Capricorns. But just don't overdo it, is what I feel here for you. There's a few cards of balance in the tarot, and this is may not mean that to everyone, but to me, it's a card of, juggling, work hard, play hard type of energy. So, be aware to not give your energies, don't work too hard, don't play too hard. Even though you have this go wild card, I would feel that this has come up just to remind you, don't go overboard, my darling Capricorns. So yeah, take that how it resonates. And then you've got the Lovers. So as I said, this is Gemini energy. So if you do have Gemini in your chart, then go and watch the Gemini reading as well. This could literally also be a Gemini in your life. And look, this could be a relationship as well. I'm not getting full-on love vibes from this reading, but love is always open to us, my darling Capricorns. So, take it how it resonates. This could be you are being asked to balance your energies in a relationship, my darling Capricorns, or that what was hidden in a relationship is now being revealed, my darling Capricorns. And now you can balance those energies out because it's not all one-sided, if that makes sense. So in the traditional tarot, the Lovers used to be called the Choice card because it's a card of coming to a crossroads, making a choice or a decision. It's like the card depicts Adam and Eve, in the garden with there's, I think, clouds and then an angel and then the sun above the angel. And it's, a little bit about temptation, my darling Capricorns. But it is that the mountain in between them represents an obstacle or a mountain that they need to overcome, my darling Capricorn. So I feel for you that there may have been something that may have been hidden in a relationship that is now going to give you clarity. But it is now time, now that it's come out of that moon phase, it's time now for you to make the decision as to which way it goes, whether you go ahead with the relationship or whether you end the relationship. So that's going to be up to you, my darling Capricorns. But I feel here with the, as I said, with the juggling energy here, that this is what you've been weighing up, my darling Capricorns. It's been hidden. It's going to be revealed to you. You're going to see it. You're going to weigh up your options here. Just remember you have infinite possibilities here, and you're going to have to make this choice or a decision. You're being encouraged to go wild, but I would, also balance your energies as well. Don't work hard, play hard. Don't work too hard, or don't go too wild, is what I feel, my darling Capricorn. So yeah, take that how it resonates, but that's just what I'm sort of getting for you this week, my darling Capricorns. Yeah, something's around. So, but go wild. If you want to go wild, go wild. So if you're enjoying the reading so far, please do give it a thumbs up for me. Let me know if this resonates. I'd love to start a dialogue. Drop a comment down and let me know what this if this means anything to you. If you can see something I can't, always put it in the comments. I do not mind at all. All right, let's get final messages for you, my darling Capricorns. Yeah, obviously this is about a relationship because the romance cards come up. So, take it how it resonates. It doesn't have to be a romantic, even though it says romance. It could be, but, it doesn't have to be. It could be any relationship. If you believe, they say, yes, ask, believe, receive. You are being encouraged to communicate clearly. And that is what I feel here. That is, if this is a problem that you need to sort out, then communication is going to be key for you, my darling Capricorns. Not the right time, they say. You choose a new direction. Yeah. Look, it could be that this relationship ends. And look, I hope if it's not right for you and it does end, then you feel that it's for the best, my darling Capricorns. Ending something is never an easy thing, but with this, I just feel don't go too wild, my darling Capricorns. I don't want to see you, go too wild and out of control, because that's not what you are. That's not who you are, my darling Capricorns. So thank you so much for watching. I love you, and I'll be back again soon.